Emily, I tried to explain how I feel in those letters, but I don't think you truly understand how much you mean to me. How much that night changed my life.
Paul, those letters, they were beautiful and they really touched me, but we both know that what happened that night can never happen again.
Emily, don't you understand how that makes me feel? Knowing that Brock comes here at night and sleeps with you in the same bed that we made love. Brock's just like my father. Can't you see that? He's using you. He doesn't love you the way I do. Emily, it's true. But you loved me too.
I do, Paul. I care very much about you.
But you think I'm a kid. I'm not. I love you more than Brock ever could. More than my father ever did. Emily, I love you.
Oh. Paul, come on. I think that you better leave right now.
Emily, I love you, please.
Paul! That's enough! You know, you're just like your father. You are so selfish. You don't care about anybody else's feelings but your own. Now, why don't you just get out of here and find some girl your own age to take your frustrations out on?
Who is it?
Emily.
Are you alone?
Yes, I am alone, Tonto. Please let me in. What is going on here? Hello, Bianca.
Hello, monsieur.
It's after midnight, Emily. What do you want?
Yeah, well, I tried contacting you all night, and your line's been busy.
Bianca, would you get me some coffee, please?
I sense a little paranoia. What's up?
I've received some death threats from agents of the new Montegan regime, the same people who tried to kill me last year when I was in the Dominican Republic.
If I recall, I believe Meg said that that was James' handiwork.
Yes, well, you'd believe anything, wouldn't you? Who is it?
Hudson.
Hello, Hudson. Did you find Walters?
No, I don't know where he's gone.
He's supposed to be here. All right, you'll take his place. Stay outside of my door here all night in the corridor and send up another man to stay with us in the apartments.
Yes, sir.
It's not terrorists that you're afraid of, is it? You're afraid of James.
James is dead.
Stay with me tonight, Jessica.
Duncan, I think I'm going to get out of here before we both make a big mistake.
Oh, Jessica, you know how I feel about you.
Yes, I do. I've never had a friendship like this with a man, and it means a lot to me. And I don't want to risk losing it by pretending that it's more. Now, we're both a little lonely, and...
Oh, Jessica, it's a wee bit more than loneliness or friendship that I'm feeling right now.
Well, I think you're feeling a bit of that whiskey right now. Duncan, you love Shannon, and you're worried about her, and I think that's got your emotions a little crazy right now. But maybe the hospital.
Hello. Hello. This is Duncan McKechnie. Who is this? Who is this?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Milk-Bone Dog Biscuits. The dog biscuit that gets dogs' teeth naturally cleaner, whiter, and breath fresher.
Come on, Emily, where could you be so late? Where are you? Who is it?
It's your mother.
Come on in, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, what's up?
Well, I saw your light on under your door and just wondered why you were up so late. Can I come in?
Yeah, come on in.
Good. The phone wake you up?
What phone?
Well, Margot called, and Hal went down to the station to meet her.
Why? What's going on?
I don't really know. He rushed out of here so quickly he didn't tell me, but some kind of an emergency. I'm sure it has to do with that case they're working on, you know, the bars that have been held up.
You really worry about him when he gets called out at night, huh?
Well, that kind of goes with the territory, you know, being married to a detective.
I guess you're worried about Dad, too, when you're married to him.
Honey, that was different. When I worried about your father, it was because I was worried he was with another woman. And he usually was.
It's crazy. I don't understand how he could ever do that to you. I mean, such a beautiful wife.
I'm glad you're my son. No, with some men, one woman is never enough. And it was that way with your father. There was always an Emily in his life, and... Well, I'm sorry, but Emily was his mistress. She lied to the police to protect him. More than once.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I spoke to Brock, and I urged him to stay with your company, at least until the trial contract is up.
And is he going to?
Oh, Antonio, I don't know. I did the best I could. What's wrong with you tonight?
You shielded James Stenbeck from the police the last time he was here. Is that why you thought of him in connection with the threats that I've received?
Wait a second, Tonio. My relationship with James was a mistake, but it's history. You know, no matter what Duncan McKechnie says, I think that James is dead.
And how can you be so sure?
Well, first of all, if James is still alive, I would have heard from him by now.
Well, maybe you have, and you haven't said anything to anyone.
Just a second. I would go right to the police if I ever heard from James. However, if what Meg says is true about James back in your business, you would have reason not to tell the police if you've heard from him. And you would have reason to be very afraid like you are right now.
I'm concerned because of these terrorists. They're now sure that I've been funding the search for Sierra.
Oh, that's right. The heroic search for Sierra. Tonio, that almost seemed a little bogus to me. How much have you gotten from Lucinda and Craig anyway?
What I've gotten is proof that Sierra is alive.
What proof?
Her wedding ring. My contacts have learned that James Stenbeck received Sierra as a hostage from the new regime. She tried to buy her freedom with that ring, and it made its way into the underground, where one of my contacts sent it to me as proof. Who is it?
It's Ludlam, Hudson Center.
All right, Ludlam, you're going to be staying in the apartment tonight. I want you to have your gun with you at all times. You've been briefed as to what we're doing?
Bianca,
Hudson.
have you heard Mr. Reyes say anything about Paul's father, James Stenbeck?
Well, hi, guys. Margot, I thought you were going to call it a night after you and Tom left the hospital.
Yeah. So did I. However, we got a call saying that Buddy had made an appearance again at the castle.
Why would he go back there?
Well, I don't think he intended to run into Woody and Hey You.
Look, Duncan, even assuming that James is alive, what is the connection to Buddy and to these papers of yours?
Well, they weren't just any papers, Margot. They were clearly marked, search for Stenbeck and Lilith. And if Buddy was just a runaway, why would he take them? And why would he still be in Oakdale?
I don't know, but I think you're jumping to conclusions. I agree with Margot.
I'm not. I think Buddy went back to the castle to run an errand for Stenbeck. You mark my words. You find Buddy, and he'll prove I'm right by leading you directly to Stenbeck.
I'm sorry I couldn't get the papers out. I had no idea that those jerks had moved to my old room.
Well, as soon as the coast is clear, you get back there and you get the damn papers.
But I don't know. What if they call the guards again? I had to swim out to the boat to get out of there.
Well, maybe next time you'll have to make sure that those boys aren't able to call the guards. You'll have to take care of them. Did you get the roses to Emily?
Yeah, and I checked out the apartment. She was alone. Man, she is one sexy dame.
She is not a dame. Don't you ever refer to her like that again. Now put all this away. And you stay here till I get back.
Where are you going?
I'm going to check a few things out for myself.
So the object is not to become a policeman or a policewoman. Don't become an officer.
At all. Adam is asleep.
See, I knew you could do it, Ma.
Sure.
I almost didn't stop by. I thought you guys might be in bed. I was glad to see you both up.
Yeah. Oh, Kim's home. Bob just drove her back from the airport.
Oh, I didn't know you were stopping over there.
Yeah, well, I stopped over there before I came here, and, Grandfather and Kim and I had a really nice visit.
Good. Is Andy there?
Yes?
How about Duke?
Yes, he was with Andy, and we all sat in the backyard and had a nice talk.
Good. So did you take a cab home, or Andy bring you home? What?
Oh, well, who in the world can that be at this hour? My. Oh, Mark, hi.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Listen, I'm sorry to stop by so late.
Don't be sorry. I'm glad to see you. Come on in.
Thanks.
Any news?
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
Well, I just spoke with Dr. Gunther, and he said she's okay. I mean, there's no change or anything. Listen, Lila wanted to know if I could come by here and pick up a few of Shannon's things.
Oh, sure. Well, Leanne and I've already packed something for her. I was going to take it over tomorrow morning.
Oh, great. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll save you a trip. I'd like to go back to the hospital tonight.
Okay, but why don't you just sit down, relax for a minute, and have some coffee?
You know something? That sounds great.
Great,
Thanks.
I'll get it.
Oh, I'll give you a hand. Sweetheart, I saw you were really on the spot there for a minute, weren't you?
Oh, Grandmother, you know, if he asks me again, I'm going to have to tell him that Duke was the one that drove me home tonight. You know, I can't hide things from him. And I don't feel like Duke and I are doing anything wrong.
No, you're not going to have to hide it much longer. Just until your father gets over his hostility towards Duke, okay?
Andy! I'm so glad to hear your voice. I tried calling you earlier, but Duke answered the phone, so I had to hang up.
I thought that was you. Duke's in the shower now.
Be a lot easier for us if he would move out.
I can't ask him to do that. Not now, anyway. He's kind of going through a rough time.
What time does he go to work tomorrow morning?
About 8:30.
Well, if I don't hear from you by then, I'll give you a call.
Actually, it might be better if... I gotta go, Julie. Okay.
Mama. Hey, dude. You have to hang up on my account.
No sweat.
Oh, Andy and his mystery chick. I guess everybody in this town's got some secrets. Of course, now I got one, too. Driving Leanne to the Mona Lisa without the DA knowing about it. I don't understand why her pop doesn't trust me. Leanne's just so sweet and innocent.
Would you mind if we didn't talk about Leanne, please?
Hey, look, man, you're the one who broke up with her. What do you get so hard about?
Look, listen to me. I had a long night, okay? I don't have to explain everything I do to you or to anybody else. You hear me?
Jessica, you're a miracle worker. How did you manage to find anything up there in bachelor's quarters?
Once I found the stove, the rest was easy.
Coffee?
How you could live up there right now is beyond me.
It must be quite difficult to live here, as a matter of fact, after living at a castle.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
Duncan, I hate to bring it up since I know you're so reluctant to discuss it, but what exactly was in those papers that you claim Buddy stole?
As your friend and your attorney, I suggest you tell them. I mean, once the police find the papers, they're going to see what's in it anyway.
All right. Well, my men started disappearing when they were searching the hundreds of islands off the Montagan coast. They'd been searching the islands looking for Stenbeck's hideaway, where I'm sure that he and Lilith were. They were sending me detailed reports, detailed maps of every island that they explored. And they only had a few more to go when one of my men was murdered. Shortly thereafter, Muggins, my first mate, and 4 other men were missing. I called off the search. I didn't want any more men to die, and I decided I'd go down there and continue the search myself. However, now I have no reports, no maps, no details, so I have to start from scratch.
So you believe that Stenbeck knew that you had this information and sent Buddy here to get it?
I'm sure of it.
All right, Duncan. Craig, Craig told me something tonight. He said that Tonio claims that the Montagan government gave Sierra or sold Sierra to James to be held as a hostage, and that she used her wedding ring as to buy her freedom. She gave it to her captors, and somehow or other the ring changed enough hands and ended up in the hands of the underground. They brought it to Tonio, and Tonio showed it to Lucinda as proof that Sierra is still alive. I mean, is this possible?
Well, I wouldn't trust Tonio Reyes for 1 second. However, in this case, he may be telling the truth. Stenbeck would definitely know the value of Sierra as a hostage, and holding her would give him an advantage over Lucinda and Craig, even Tonio. I watched the three of them very carefully. Stenbeck may have already put his plan into action.
Walters has never left his post before. I'm sure something happened to him.
Hudson's out looking for his car and checking his apartment.
All right, good. Now, the delivery door from the service elevator opens into the kitchen. That door is bolted, and Bianca knows never to open it to anyone. The only other way into this apartment is through the front door, and you'll be guarding that tonight, all right?
Walters gave me this picture of James.
Yes, that's fine. If you see that man, shoot to kill. He will not give you a second chance. All right, I'm going to go to bed as soon as you're at your post. If you'd like to wash up, there's a bathroom at the top of the stairs. Bianca, I'm sorry. I know this is frightening you, but we have to take every precaution possible.
It's the photograph he has of Paul's father, James Stenbeck.
Yes, but don't mention that to anyone, all right?
I don't understand, Senor Thorne. You said it was the Montagan terrorists that we had to guard
I know,
against.
Bianca, listen. Paul's father is the one who financed the current regime in our country. He's also rumored to be head of all terrorist operations there. That's why I've been trying to shield you from Paul, don't you understand? In a way, Paul's father is probably responsible for the death of your parents and the rest of your family, and now he could be a threat to both of us as well.
Well, I hope I didn't wake you. I just wanted to call you and tell you not to worry, because this one may go real late.
No, I'm glad you called. And I was up. Paul's keeping me company. Are you down at the station?
No, I'm at Duncan's warehouse.
Honey, does this have anything to do with James?
Well, Duncan is convinced that it does. He's convinced that the kid who stole the papers from his desk is connected to James or some of his men. So we've got to track the kid down so we can question him.
Well, I hope you do, so that you prove that Duncan is wrong.
Well, I think it's more than paranoia on his part at this time, but just to be sure, would you double lock the doors and don't answer to anybody but me, okay?
Why? Why, do you think something might...
I don't think anything. I just want you to be careful, that's all. So you check the doors.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll be home as soon as I can.
Okay, you be careful. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up? What's going on?
Well, you know, Hal told us earlier about this kid who's been staying at the Earl Mitchell Center.
Right.
Who Duncan thinks works for your father, or maybe one of his men. Well, Hal thinks it's very far-fetched, but nonetheless, he wants us to check to make sure that all the doors are locked.
Okay. I'll get on that, right?
No, I will do that, and I will make myself some more milk in the process.
Warm milk? Wait a second, you hiding something from me?
No, it's just wishful thinking.
I've got to warn Emily.
Hello? Hello? Well, I guess it was Brock. Oh, I have to remember to thank him for those roses, too.
continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
James would have been in touch with me by now if he were still alive.
I checked with the super to see if he'd left the door to the terrace open while you were in New York. He said he hadn't even been in the apartment.
Who's there? Hello? Just getting paranoid like Tonio. Hello? Brock, hi. Yeah. Did you just try to call me? Oh, it wasn't you. Oh, I want to thank you also for the beautiful pale pink roses that you sent. That wasn't you? Oh. Anyway, it's lonely here. I really miss you. Great. Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello?
Emily, where have you been? It's Paul.
Oh, Paul, huh? Yeah, I was just out, that's all. What's wrong?
Look, I just thought I should let you know. Hal was just called out on a case. Duncan McKechnie's had some papers stolen, and he thinks the kid that took them is working for Dad or in some way connected to him. He just wants Mom to check all the locks and not to answer the door for anyone. I think you should do the same.
Okay, I will.
Do you have anything there for protection? Like a gun?
No, I'm terrified of them. I swore that I would never touch one after that night at Ruxton Hills.
I really wish my dad was killed that night. It saved everybody a lot of grief. But look, I know how you feel about them. I really think that you should have a gun there for protection.
Paul, I'm so grateful that you worry about me. It's wonderful. But I don't care what Duncan McKechnie says. Your father is dead.
I hope you're right.
Okay, well, listen, you have a good night's sleep, okay? I'll see you in the morning.
Okay, good night.
Don't you think it's kind of late to be calling Emily?
I just thought I should let her know what Hal said, so she could be on her guard, too.
Well, all Lila can tell me is that Shannon is still resting comfortably.
Well, I think you should get some rest. Look at you. You're exhausted. If you get any more so, you're not going to be of any help to Shannon or anyone else.
She's right, Mark. Dr. Gunther's also insisted Shannon doesn't have any visitors in the morning. It looks like none of us are going to be able to see her tomorrow.
Well, don't worry about that. That doesn't mean Shannon is worse. It simply means she needs her rest.
Look, I know it's a tough time. Just remember she's getting the kind of care that she needs. Remember when Margot had her miscarriage, the second one? If we'd been able to get to the hospital, things would have turned out very differently. I know that must have been a tough time for both of you. But hey, you got Adam now. That's certainly a happy ending. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I hope it won't be too long before you and Margot have another baby.
We're working on it, okay, Mom?
Hey, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Are you coming home with Adam and me tonight?
Well, I'm pretty settled here, so...
So no competing with the perfect grandmother, I'll see.
No, darling, now, this is not a competition in question. It's just that I love having Leanne here with me, especially while Shannon is away.
Okay, then I'm going to grab my little monster and head home.
No, I will get your little monster.
So, Leanne. Margot tells me that you both had a conversation at the hospital so that you understand a little better how I feel about Duke Kramer.
No, I don't. I knew he was having the affair with Julie, and just because she's pregnant with another man's baby, it doesn't change my feelings for him.
Honey, he was lucky. I mean, it could have been his baby. He's not prepared to have an adult relationship with a woman. All he wants is one thing from a girl.
No, I don't agree with that. You know, Duke has shown me nothing but respect. And I don't believe that he is just putting on an act to get me into bed. Isn't it wonderful news, Duke?
I can't believe it. What made your father change his mind?
Well, between myself and my grandmother and Margot, we finally wore him down. He admitted he was being overly protective of me.
I can't blame him. I'd want to protect you, too.
From what?
You guys taking advantage? You know.
What's going on here?
Andy!
Duke, you don't have to explain anything to him.
Yeah, that's right, man. You're the one who broke it off with her.
I don't want you treating her the way you treated Julie.
Hey, look, you don't understand about Julie.
He understands. You only want one thing from a girl. Leanne will find that out soon enough. Looks like you're already putting the moves on her.
Leanne, don't listen to her. Leanne! Leanne!
Good morning, Senor Ludlam. Did you sleep well?
What time is it?
7. Senor Tonio will be right down. I'll get you some coffee.
Good morning.
Morning. Quiet night.
Good. Who is it?
Hudson.
All right. Good morning.
Couldn't find Walter's car. I checked out his apartment. Nothing.
Damn. I know something has happened to him.
I wouldn't bet on it, Mr. Reyes.
Why not?
Well, maybe I shouldn't say this since he hired me, but he's been doing a lot of grazzing about the long hours, the pay. He still has his PI license, and he told me he was thinking about going back to that.
Yes, but I still don't think he would leave without saying something. He'd want his last paycheck, wouldn't he?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Give me 2 sugars, will you, honey?
All right. We'll have to get another man. He'll take over Walter's spot.
Then I'll drive you to the office and stay there like he did.
Ordinarily, yes, but today I'm going to work from the apartment. I want 24-hour surveillance on this building. I want 3 men on duty at all times, all right?
It's going to be expensive.
Well, I can afford it. I told you, Paul's father helped finance the uprising in our homeland. It's rumored he heads the Montagan terrorist operation here, too. In a way, he's responsible for killing your parents and the rest of your family. Bianca, what's the matter? What is it?
Juice time.
All right, come on in, Mom.
And it's fresh squeezed, too.
Yay.
How'd you sleep last night?
Fine. I had a couple of dreams.
Like the last ones about that day in New York at the heliport?
Yeah, I guess it was all that talk about Dad.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't sleep either until Hal got home.
Did he and Margot find Buddy?
I don't know.
No, he and Margot did not.
And we searched the room at the castle, and we also didn't find the papers that Duncan claims he stole either.
And I thought you were going to sleep in.
Yeah, well, I wish I could sleep in, but I gotta get back to my other case. We've got an APB out on Buddy, and we can't spend all our time chasing down Duncan's pipe dreams.
Well, I'm hoping that's all it is.
Well, I'm more convinced than ever that's what it is.
Why is that?
Well, we got a report on the phone calls made from the Stewart cabin. There was nothing unusual, and the police up there found a vagrant sleeping on the back porch, which probably explains the window that Margot found open.
Well, I don't think that proves that James isn't alive.
Hun, if James were alive and anywhere near Oakdale, don't you think he would have tried to contact you or Paul or made some move by now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be careful, but Remember that James has always stayed in contact with Paul, and Paul has not heard from him or anybody connected with him since his helicopter went down in New York. Now, I'm holding on to that. And despite Duncan's paranoia, I think you should hold on to that, too.
I will gladly hold on to that, I will. And I will go make us breakfast. We'll have it out in the garden, okay?
Good.
You believe all that stuff you just told Mom?
Well, I think that it all makes sense, but like I said, I do think that we should be careful until we find Buddy and we can completely dispel Duncan's theory. You know I gave your mother a gun.
Yeah.
She keeps it in her bedroom. I want you to know that just in case, if there's any emergency, I keep my old service revolver in the drawer in the desk downstairs. Now it's loaded.
Okay.
I hope there's no reason for you to ever have to use it, but if you do you know how?
Yeah, I took some marksmanship in class.
Good man. See you downstairs.
Okay. Hey, Hal. That Mr. Chavez guy is out in the garden. Mom said she wanted to speak to him.
Hey, good morning. Oh, good morning. I'm really glad Mark's sleeping.
Yes. He was just exhausted, poor thing. Look at you. You're all dressed up. Where are you going so early in the morning? Oh, you're going to have breakfast with your father and Margot?
No, I'm going to the hospital to have breakfast with Duke.
Oh.
And, you know, he asked me yesterday, so.
So, well, you have a good time. I'll see you later at Fashion.
Okay, bye.
So sorry.
What time is it?
To wake you. It's around 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Is a hospital call?
No, and that's good news.
I'm gonna hurry up and get back over there.
Oh, no, wait. Now, just calm yourself down. You got to clean up and have a cup of coffee.
Lisa, I don't have time for that. I can do it at the hospital, I promise I will.
But, Mark, don't you realize you can't see Shannon because Dr. Gunther said she can't have any visitors this morning. You told me that yourself last night, don't you remember?
That's right. Well, anyway, just the same, I feel better being there, you know. I'll talk to you soon. First sign of any news.
Yeah, okay. I can't argue with you.
What? It's a cleaner one.
Man,
Hey.
Oh, hi. Oh, listen, I'm sorry. Did I wake you? I was trying to keep quiet.
You didn't wake me.
Okay.
I was a real jerk last night. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I mean, I think I was a jerk. I can understand if I was a really neat guy and a slob like me moved in. And I realized I was talking too much about Leanne last night. I'm sorry.
I was just tired. Forget about it, you know?
Okay. Hey! Yeah, I knew I'd find a clean shirt. All right. Yep, it's gonna be a great day today. Of course, I really pity you, lifeguarding at the pool today.
Are you gonna stop by?
No, I don't think I can. I can't get off work. I'm gonna try and have lunch with our pop, though. Get some fatherly advice, whether I want it or not.
Well, give him my best.
I thought you really teed off at him. I mean, after what he said about you deciding to major in fine arts.
Yeah, well, I got a lot better than I expected. I mean, thanks to you, you stuck up for me, so.
Well, hey, dude. That's what older brothers are for, right? I'll clean this up later. I mean it this time.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
All right.
Hey, aren't you gonna have breakfast with my mom and Pop?
No, I was gonna go eat at the hospital cafeteria.
You're kidding. You pass up my mom's cooking for that stuff?
Yeah, sure. But suddenly, I don't know, I just have this yen for hospital cafeteria food. I'll see you later.
It's so good to find you here at 3 or 4. Whatever god-awful time it was that I got here this morning.
It was nice just to get you back as far as I was concerned. I love you so much.
Oh, God, I love you. All that talk about James last night, it started making me realize how crazy I was before I became Mrs. Thomas Christopher Hughes.
How crazy you was?
How crazy
No, but
I was.
seriously, folks.
Oh,
really.
seriously.
I was thinking the exact same thing. How lucky I was to
You
have
are.
met you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love you more now than I ever did then.
You should.
I know.
I think that's your son.
I see Adam has his little baby surveillance monitor hooked up to Mommy and Daddy's room again.
I'll get him. I'm coming.
Hello. Hi, Mac. Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
It's Mac. He wants to give you a day off.
Oh, will you
Yeah, okay.
mind? Hi, yeah, what's up? What? When? Well, yeah, I know the building, of course. John used to live there. As a matter of fact, Tonio bought the apartment from John. Yeah, okay, I'll meet you there. Tom?
Duke, this is enough food for an army.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd better give you a good breakfast since you met me here so early this morning.
Uh-huh, well, I want it to be here.
Yeah, well, why don't you dig in? I mean, what can they do to a grapefruit?
No, it's very good.
Yeah, right. I told you so.
Oh. So, how's Andy?
I don't know. I think something's bugging him. You know, maybe it's me. I told him how I drove you to the Mona Lisa last night. Guy nearly tore my head off.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, have you seen Dr. Gunther?
Yeah, I just did. He said Shannon's doing okay, but she needs a lot more rest. But she was awake long enough to tell Lila to tell me to quickly get over to the castle because she wants things to keep going there, so.
Well, I guess that sounds like she's getting better.
I hope so. Excuse me, Susie. Duncan? Listen, I just spoke with Dr. Gunther. He said Shannon is doing okay.
I'd prefer to get the information firsthand, if you don't mind.
Fine. You know, I'm trying to keep things cool between you and me, but you're making it real difficult.
All right. Tell me what the doctor had to say.
I really feel sorry for Duncan and Mark. You know, being in love with the same woman.
Yeah. Tough position to be in.
No, I'm running late, Mom. I'll be over for breakfast as soon as I shower. No, Duke already left. A long talk about what? Look, Mom, I don't want to talk about Leanne, okay? No, Mom, don't take it the wrong way. Yes, Mom. Okay, bye. I'll see you soon.
Surprise! I brought breakfast to you for a change.
Hi. I hope it's not too early.
No, not at all. It's perfect. I hate to eat breakfast alone. Oh, I meant to thank you when you called last night for the beautiful roses that you sent me. Thank you very much.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have anything to do with those. Probably from Brock.
No, they're not. I already asked him.
Emily, do you think that they could be from my father?
Paul, no, they're not from your father. He's dead. I don't care what anybody says. He's dead.
Well, I talked to Hal this morning, and he seems to agree with you. But he thinks my mom should be on her guard until all this talk is done with. And I think you should, too, so I brought you something.
What is it?
Just a little something that I think you should keep here in the apartment until we know for sure that my dad's not coming back.
I'm sorry for my tears. I won't happen again.
Please, Bianca, don't apologize. I know it's It's a strain having all these security men around, but it's necessary for our protection.
Yes, I know, but I'm just confused about other things.
Well, why don't you tell me what other things? Maybe I can help.
Hey, get your hands off me. Who the hell do you think you are?
What's going on out there?
It's the Oakdale Police, Tonio.
It's all right, men. Come in.
But tell your goons to lay off when they see a badge.
Wait outside.
No, I think they should hear this, too.
All right.
Did you have Walters in your employ?
Yes, I did.
His body was found in the air conditioning shaft in this building this morning.
Reyes residence? Just one moment, please. Senor Tonio, it's a Mr. Hilton for you.
All right, excuse me. You may question my men if you'd like.
Yeah, we will.
When was the last time you saw Walters?
This is Antonio Reyes.
I know all too well who this is, Tonio. Understand your man Walters had a bad night. Just a little preview of what's in store for you, amigo.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Mr. Clean. He leaves nothing behind but the shine. Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Children's Clothes by Good Lad of Philadelphia. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.